I'm going to show you how to transform obstacles into golden opportunities. Have you ever felt like life is throwing roadblocks your way just when you're reaching for your dreams? What if I told you that those very challenges are the keys to unlocking your next level? Okay, so are you ready to see challenges in a whole new light and turn them into your most powerful allies? Then stay with me and let's dive in. Our lives are constantly presented with countless challenges, each one unique and sometimes totally unexpected. Whether it's a sudden roadblock in your career, daily frustrations, or personal setbacks, these challenges can feel overwhelming. But what if these challenges weren't just random events? What if they were reflections of how we see the world, shaped by our thoughts, our beliefs, and our imagination? And each challenge is actually an opportunity in disguise. I feel every challenge we face is a product of the world we experience, a world that is intricately linked to our inner thoughts and perceptions. These challenges appear in many forms: a missed opportunity, a tough decision, or an unexpected change. But each one is more than just an obstacle. It's a mirror, reflecting how we perceive and interact with the world around us. Recognizing that these challenges are not just obstacles, instead that they are gateways to our growth, is the first step. Once you've recognized the challenge, it's time to shift. Imagine if you could change the way you see these challenges by altering your perspective. That's when you begin to reshape your reality. By asking yourself questions like, what does this challenge reveal about my beliefs? Or how can I use this moment to reshape my world in a way that aligns with my goals and my desires? Because when you shift your mindset, you start to see opportunities where there were once only obstacles. The world around you begins to align with your new perspective, and this is where you start creating a reality that reflects your inner vision. Let me share with you a personal story about how I transformed my challenges into opportunity. These challenges were more of a mental type of challenge, where I suffered extreme emotion that blocked me from going any further and succeeding in certain areas. This emotion that I used to really terribly suffer from was jealousy. Sometimes jealousy is tricky and it's subtle, but it's there. I used to suffer jealousy and I would go into what I would call a spiral. It would start off with an event and then I would feel sad, I would feel depressed, and it would spiral and I would end up in a really awful and mental state. One day I had a really terrible turn, and in it I was crying, and I just remember saying, I do not want this anymore. Please, I don't want this anymore. And something tremendous happened to me. I was crying uncontrollably, and it just stopped for a minute. After I had said that, it was like the clouds cleared and I could see that what I was feeling was self-doubt. And I was like, what? And then it just kept, like, these images and thoughts kept coming into my mind. And it was showing me how I was doubting, like, I was doubting if I looked good or if it was self-doubt. And then I could see that doubt turned into judgment. So I started to judge myself. And then that judgment turned into self-punishment. And that's where I would bring in those emotions. So I would go through this process, and then I would feel sadness, and I would cry, and I would feel, lonely and depressed. And I realized that those emotions that I was creating inside myself were how I was punishing myself. And it didn't stop there. Then I was shown how I was almost like pulled out of that moment, and I was watching two events. One, the event that I was jealous of, or the person, and then me. So here I am in a little corner on the floor crying, feeling all these terrible emotions that I created upon myself. And then over there was the person that I was jealous of, having a good time, going out, having friends, enjoying themselves. And I was looking at the two scenarios, and I thought to myself, that's insane. I'm actually punishing myself because somebody else is having a good time and I'm not. And that's when the whole room just stopped moving. In that moment, I realized that I didn't want to do that anymore. And so I pledged to myself that I would never, ever, ever do that to myself again. And every time that emotion would come up, I was able to stop and go, hey, Danny, what's going on? Why are you judging yourself? What's going on? So I would stop the spiral. I started to see that I too could have a good time. I too could see it from a different vantage point. I too could turn this moment of doubt into an opportunity, into a moment of self-love, self-expression. What is it that I wasn't expressing to the world that made me doubt myself? So that's how I turned a mental, invisible challenge that used to paralyze me into something that turned my life completely around. So when I saw somebody's success, I didn't judge myself. Well, these things do come up. I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect. You're going to have that, measuring stick. And you will. We use measuring sticks for everything in our lives. But the way that you do it will be something that benefits you, that makes your life better, and starts to change your habits, even the way you think. Your habitual thinking patterns will start to automatically transform. And this transformation will be for your benefit. You will have more mental energy. It will also give you more physical energy. It will give you clarity, and you'll be able to progress further than where you were, because you now can see how to maneuver forward. And with this renewed confidence in yourself, as we spoke before in the videos where we talked about believing yourself, true self-belief. And we talked about self-knowledge, educating yourself, so that you have true internal self-awareness and knowledge and intuition. Once you understood those things, then it's time to take action. When you take actions, this is where the challenges will come. You'll have challenges, you'll have mental challenges, you'll have physical challenges. But when you learn to transform your challenges into opportunities, you are learning to become the master of your own universe. The way you act, the way you think, and the way you feel about yourself has now a renewed force around it. And with this force, you are backing yourself, and you are able to go forward and be the person that you've always wanted to be, with confidence, belief, and actions. Stay with me as I share with you, once you've recognized and reframed the challenge, whether they be mental or physical, it's now time to take some action. This is where your growth truly begins. As you move forward with intention, each decision you make, each step you take, shapes the world around you. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Every small victory you have builds momentum, turning your challenges into opportunities for transformation. As you face and overcome each challenge, big or small, you begin to grow. Your resilience, confidence, and problem-solving skills improve. And here is where your reality becomes a testament to your imagination, your perseverance, and your willingness to shape life according to your deepest desires. So yeah, challenges are inevitable. And by recognizing, reframing, and taking action, you can transform any of your challenges into an opportunity for your personal growth. Because life is what you make it, literally. The world you experience is a reflection of your thoughts, as I explained in my story. And your beliefs, imagination, and your actions are all connected. As you continue to face each challenge, and remember that you are the creator of your reality, turning obstacles into opportunities and turning your dreams into existence is now open to you. Before you leave, if you really want to create a powerful force that exudes from your being, don't forget to go and watch my previous videos on the better concept. By believing in yourself and your true potential, educating yourself continuously, because knowledge is power, and taking actions even if it's one step at a time. With this new video, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth, you will become a force to be reckoned with. Okay, my friends, this is now where I leave you. And remember, if you do this, your life will change forever. And you will soar like the eagles and have a perspective of reality that you didn't have before, a renewed confidence, and you will go forth and conquer this world. And your